Sometimes I may forget to record. Okay, we are discussing about problem solving agents, right? We discussed about the initial state with respective with the example, uh, the example I was quoting, right? The Google map in order to reach uh, the destination from. No, I quoted an example. If I wanted to reach Bandra station from Rizvi College of Engineering with these elements, right? We need to find out the initial state where the current problem is there, and then I need to identify the goal state or end state or the final output or where I could reach. And then whatever the routes taking, diversions, left, right, and then other lanes, crossings, and then all kind of things, which we are calling as the state search, right? So these are the intermediate sequence of intermediate states, which will really help to reach the destinations, right? When we talk about these things, we are talking about the planning agents. When we talk about a planning agent, so these agents, which is like models automatically, so which are basically these are gold-based agents. So these has more advanced as well as intelligent agents. Now this agents will take a decision based on the previous history or the previous action which is performed. As I mentioned, suppose if I'm selecting, if I already in my previous traveling, if I selected any one of the route, right? Whenever if I wanted to reach the same destination, right? Let's say for example, Ola, Uber, automatically my Gmail or Google Map will suggest the path which I've already used, right? Because based on the previous my transaction or based on my previous journey, right, it will identify that will be the best or convenient route for me, and based on that, it will suggest the same route for my upcoming journeys, right? And again, when we talk about the problem solving, right, so this begins with the precise definition of the problem. When you talk about the precise definition of the problem, what exactly the problem is, right? Say for example, it is for traveling salesman problem, or might be some vacuum cleaner problem, might be or some other crash welder problem, or no, I could say that the cannibal problem, right? So there could be any number of problems, whatever the healthcare problem, right? And the problem should be more clear and with your solution, right? What is the problem statement, and then what is the goal, what is the solution which you are expecting? Based on that only, any the intelligent agents, right? It will try to find a solution, right? When basically, so this is not related to any model or something. This is a specific or simple thing which are related to the problem solving. In order to solve a problem, first of all we need to study the problem, what exactly the problem is, right? And what factors they wanted to, in which dimensions, or which assumption they are expecting the results, right? Based on that, once if you know the clear problem, and then we can find out the clear solution to the problem, right? Again, when we describe all these things, right, and so there could be that multiple general purpose search algorithm that can be used to solve this problem. And see, say for example, we were discussing about the depth first search and then breadth first search, right? There could be any number of algorithm as well as search techniques through which, right, we can find out the solution. Once if you are identifying all these solutions, after that we need to apply the appropriate solutions, right? Appropriate techniques to reach the to identify solutions. Might be the solution or might be the goal state, whatever, according to the problem statement which you are selecting, right? And when we talk about the other element, right, some of the algorithm can solve any solvable problem, none of them can do so efficiently. So here this is based on that what type of problem which we are selecting. Suppose if some simple problem where really there is an optimization, there is a possibility to find out the best solution out of the available possible solutions, right? In that cases, this problem, so this algorithm which will really helps to find out the optimal solution or the correct solutions. So here when you talk about the informed search algorithm, so again I was talking about uninformed search as well as informed search, right? When you talk about uninformed, where there will be no exact clues or ideas about what type of how the problem has to be solved, right? So that type of things or that type of problem which we are calling as the uninformed search or uninformed problems. When we talk about informed search algorithm or informed problem, in that cases, the problem solving person or the algorithm which will have some clues or different parameters. Based on that, the solution has to be made. So these are the two things, right, that we will discuss in the later part also, informed search as well as uninformed search. Now, this is an example I'm going to consider, right, a problem solving agent for a traveling salesman problem. So for the sake of easy understanding, I consider a simple example with only a few nodes and then few vertices as well as edges, right? The first point I'm going to discuss here that the intelligent agents are supposed to maximize their performance measures. So initially we were discussing about PEAS, right? Performance and then environment, agents and then sensors. Now here also the problem solving agent basically which are used to maximize the performance. So again, the performance can be calculated based on the different parameters. First, the performance can be maybe the accuracy, maybe the time, maybe the other aspects, right? And according to the example, I am going to consider that I need to identify a shortest path through which I can reach my source to the destination, right? If you look at the graph, so this graph which consists of different nodes or vertices, which is A, B, C, D, E, right? And then the corresponding link or edges, which are connecting the two cities A, B, C, D, which are given with the length units, right? A to C, which is 5, again A to B, which is 20, again B to C, which is 10, right? Again C to E, which is 25, and you can just make a note of all these, the values, the edge values, right? And suppose if the problem solving agent want to find out a sequence of actions to achieve the goal. Suppose I'll ask a simple question that suppose if I wanted to reach from A to E, what are the possible solutions through which I can reach? Can anyone quickly unmute and respond? I may not be able to concentrate. I mean, open the chat box. Anyone can quickly write, or anyone can quickly unmute and say the answer. Abdul Aziz. Abdul Aziz. I'm unmuting you. Respond to my question.
Yes, sir.
Now my source is A and destination is E. What are the different possible solutions I could reach to the destination?
Sir, from A to D to E.
A, D, E. When I take this route, what will be the cost?
40.
40. Again, what is the alternate solution?
We can take A, C, D, E or A, C, E.
A,
There are
C,
many routes, sir.
There are many routes, right? So if it is understandable, then it is easy, right? When we go with the first whatever the mentioned, which is comes around 40. Again, when we talk about the A, D, E, so that goes around what will be the total length or total unit which I wanted to travel, which is 5 plus 5 plus 10, which is comes around 20. Suppose if I take the route A, C, A to C and then C to E, which comes around 30. Again, if I consider about the alternate route, again A to B and then B to E. So what is the cost, which is 20 plus 15, which is 35. Is it clear for all of you whatever the count I am telling? It's a simple mathematical calculations, right? I need to count the different edge values through which I am traveling. In that cases, what will be the shortest solution or what will be the optimum solution? I wanted to reach the destination with the minimum number of count. I mean, the minimum distance, or I could say the shortest path. In that cases, what will be my solution? What will be my path? A to C, C to D, and D to E. 5 plus 5 plus 10, which comes 20. Is it clear for all of you? Say something in the chat box, at least unmute and say. I hope you are actively listening whatever the concept which I am explaining. Other than one or two, no one is responding. I am seeing that the responses are which are coming from only the specified students. Okay, I hope it's clear for all of you, right? And when I talk about the intermediate nodes or intermediate cities which I have traveled, so into according to my this example which I consider, my initial state or my initial city is A and my destination is E. So A is the initial state and E is the goal state, right? From A to E, I wanted to travel, but whatever the route which I am selecting, right? Out of that, I need to find out the shortest path A to C and C to D. In this case, the C and D are the intermediate cities through which I am reaching my destination. All these C and D are called a search space or search state space. Is it clear for all of you? When I ask next time what is the state space, so these are the sequence of states or intermediate states through which I reach my destination. Is it clear for all of you? Okay. So again, they mentioned with the same example, right? In order for an agent to solve the problem, it should be passed by two phases of formulations. The first thing is that goal formulations. So when we talk about a goal is something that where I wanted to reach at the end, right? Problem solving is about having a goal we wanted to reach. As per my example, I wanted to travel from A to E. According to that, E is my goal state, where finally after certain actions, right, what type of output, what type of the final, I could say that final stage, or I could say that final shape, right, where I wanted to reach, right? The goals have the advantage of limiting the objective the agent is trying to achieve, right? Once if the goal is achieved, right, we can say that the goal is set of environment states in which our goal is satisfied. So here, every time I move to the next state from my source to the next state, I'll check whether that is the uh, no goal state. Suppose I initially I'll set my A is my initial state, E is my goal state. First I will travel from A to C. I'll check whether this is my goal state. This is not my goal state. Then from here I'll try to find out what are the other possible options, right? And then through which I'll know I'll take this direction. I'll reach D. Again from here after reaching this place, I'll check whether this is my goal state. This is not my goal state, right? And after that again I'll try to find out that different ways through which I can reach the goal state. So this is how where we'll try to form a identify the goal state through which we can find the conclusions. Again, when you talk about the problem formulations, again based on that, how we can able to find out the source state and other things. First of all, we need to have the clear information about the problem. A problem formation is about deciding what actions and states to consider. We will come to this point if shortly, right? We will discuss about the states as a city name, as I mentioned, whether A, B, C, D, or I could say that the city names, right, are I'll identify that the list of cities through which I can reach the destination, right? So here, when we talk about once if the problem has been identified or the initial state is identified, then if the goal state is identified, what is our next step is that finding a sequence of search, right? The process of finding such sequence is called a search, right? Here we are going to find a list or the sequence of cities through which I can pass, right? In the example I was explaining about, in order to reach A to D, I crossed the two cities which is C and D. So this the sequence of cities, searching the cities, so that we are calling as the search space, right? So that will help to know problem input. I mean input to the solution or input to the goal state, right? And the other thing is that what are the action which I am taking moving from one state to other state, so that is called the execution phase, right? Moving from one state to other state or traveling from one place to other place after finding a solution, right? So that is called a execution. So finally what is our conclusion? So we formulated a problem and then we searched based on the different criteria, maybe the shortest path or the longest path, whatever it may be, based on the goal which we decide, and then we are going to execute the actions after identifying a solution, and then we are going to implement it now to reach the goal state. So these are the the basic terms which are related to the problem solving techniques, right? When we talk about the problem solving, first of all we need to consider, or we need to think about the problem, what the problem exactly is trying to say, and we need to identify that exact goal, right? At the end of the problem solving, right, what will be the solution or the goal which is expected, and then we'll try to find, once if the problem and then goal has been identified, we'll identify the multiple solutions. Out of the multiple solutions, we'll find out the optimal solutions. Once we find out the optimal solution, then we'll implement executing it, right? That execution will really helps to reach the destination or goal state. Next, again, so far I was explaining with the simple scenario. Here will move little interact with the technical, right? Here will with the help of the algorithm as well as techniques, right? Again, we'll discuss about the initial state. It is the state from which our agent starts solving the problem. So here, as per the example which I mentioned, A to E, sorry, A is my initial state, D is my destination, right? When you talk about initial state, from where the problem which actually starts or originates, right? Again, a state description are the intermediate states through which I need to propagate, right? Again, so this is called as, and technically which is called a successor function, right? From initial state to the next state. So that is successor for the initial state, right? Again, if I am in the first successor, it will try to find out the next node, that is successor I plus 1, right? The successor 2. By the way, so it will try to find out the next node or next city, so that we are calling as a successor function, right? And so that, with the help of the sequence of actions A, B, C, D, E, right? All these, out of these actions, right? All these things, which will be mentioned in sequentially here. According to this, the mentioned are the thing which is mentioned in the section, right? So A is the goal state and E is the destination state in between. So these are the different state spaces. B and then C and then D are the different spaces through which I can reach the destination. So this is what the simple terminologies which we are using in the problem solving techniques. Again, when we talk about the goal test, again the goal state which is E, finally where we wanted to reach, right? So according to the example which I took, E is my goal state. Again, when you talk about the path cast, I was explaining about that, right? So each and every edges, I have assigned with the specific numerical value. When we are taking that step, the numeric value will be counted as the distance, right? And finally, we'll try to find out the possible solutions. Out of that, where we'll keep on adding the count values or the distance value, right? A to C and then C to D and then D to E, as I counted, orally. Very similar to that. Mathematically, the algorithm will try to find out the complete distance of all the possible ways. Out of that, the path which is very less or the shortest path, that will be selected by the algorithm, depending upon the algorithm which we are using. Right here, when you talk about the optimal solution, so we also about the optimal, we also discussed in the machine learning also. When we talk about optimal is something optimal, optimization or optimal solution, right? There is something that for a given problem, there are chances that any possible solution or many number of solutions could be possible. Out of the possible solution based on our requirements, right? The optimization or optimal solution to that based on my constraint, based on my requirements, identifying the best solution out of the possible solution, that is called the optimal solution. According to the example which I am explaining in the salesperson A to E, right? My shortest path or my optimal solution will be A to C, C to D, D to E. So that is called the optimal solution as per the example which I explained. Is it clear for all of you? Is there any doubt, so that I can give more explanation? Else we'll jump into some more examples. Okay, thank you. In this part, we will be covering the list of example, right? What we try to find out the problem as well as different states as well as how to reach the goal state. So the first thing is the first example I'm going to explain here is that the vacuum cleaner problem. So this vacuum cleaner problem also we discussed during the practical part also when I was explaining the PEAS, right, performance, and then environment actuator and then sensor topic also, right. Again, I'll quickly revise that what is the initial state. Again, I could say that there are two possible initial states. My goal is that both the rooms. So what you can observe from the figure, there are two rooms, right? Room A and then room B. I could say that you can assume whatever you want, right? Room left or right or X, Y, Z, whatever it may be. But basically, there are two rooms. For easy understanding, I am considering the left one is room number A, sorry, room name A, and then second one is that room B, right? Now, when we talk about that, so these are the two phases, are the two initial state. I could say that whether this the automatic vacuum cleaner, there is no man who is going to clean the room or who is going to use the vacuum cleaner, but so this is an automatic vacuum cleaner that automatically move from one place to other place. It identifies there is there any dust particle present in the particular place. In case if any dust particle present in any one of the room, right, that has to be cleaned, else it will not do any operations, right. Initially there are two possibilities. The first possibility is that is the automatic vacuum cleaner that may present in the left room or the vacuum cleaner that may present in the right room. But initially we assume that both the rooms, room A as well as room B, has some dirt particles, right. Here we can find out that the room A which has some dirts as well as room B also it has some dirts. Again, very similar to that, this is another initial state. I could say that again the vacuum cleaner which present in the right room, or I could say the room number B. Again, suppose if I assume that this is my initial state, right, I want to clean both the rooms, room A as well as room B. What it does is that first of all it will completely cleans the room number room A, right, by taking a self cleaning. After that it will move to the room B, right. Here it will take a right step or right turn, and then it will reach this room, and it will keep sense that whether is there any dust particle present in the room B. In case if it finds any dust particle present in the room B, this dust particle will be cleaned, and finally both the rooms A and B are cleaned finally. So this is our goal state. Again, when you talk about the another scenario where let's assume that this vacuum cleaner present in the room B, right? What it does initially, it cleans the dust from its own room or from the room B, and then once if this room is clean, and then it will take left direction and it will try to reach the room A. From here, it will come to this room A, and it will keep on sensing that is there any dust or dirty present in the room. After that, once we find any dust present in the room, right, automatically it does the cleaning process, right. Once if it is done, then so this will keep on moving from this place to this place, room A to room B or room B to room A, right. So by the way, it will know periodically that will be moving. We can set a program then every after 1 hour, every after 2 hours, that should automatically move from both the rooms, right, from here to there, from there to here, and then it will keep on cleaning the places automatically. So this is how we can find out the initial state as well as goal state. And so out of this, these two are the initial state, right? Maybe this could be initial state or this could be the initial state. If I consider only this part as an initial state, so these are the intermediate state, I could say that. And so this will be my goal state. When we talk about the goal state, what is the goal of this application is that both the rooms to be cleaned, right, and it may follow any one of the method, right, whether it may move to the B, maybe initially, right, instead of cleaning by its own room, right, it may move to the room B, and then it may cleanse first and then it may come back. But I need to do in a shorter way where the movement should be reduced, so that automatically will save the battery as well as reduce the time. So based on the time constraint or based on the battery constraint, no, I'm going to this machine which will this model which is going to take decision, so that no, it the room should both the room should be cleaned quickly, right. So which may save the time as well as the other resources. Is it clear for all of you? Shall I move to the next example? Right, I was explaining with this, right, without this slide I explained lot, right. I was talking about all these operations, whether it may take a left, right, initial state, and then I was talking about the left direction, right direction, and then the other operation can perform, right, whether it may clean or it may not clean if the rooms are already clean, right, and finally it is going to check whether all the squares are clean, all the rooms are clean, right. And whenever it moves from one direction to other direction, which cost 1, right, very similar to that the traveling salesman problem, right. Here the cost which moves from one room to other room, so that we are going to consider as the cost 1, right. So here, as I was explaining, the cost should be less, right, as well as the time should be less, right, and even this will helps to reduce the battery power also. So these are the few steps through which we can correlate with the vacuum cleaner example. Next, we'll discuss about the 8 puzzle example. Can you see the diagram? How many of you see this kind of 8 puzzle game? Right. So here we have the 8 boards, but there are 9 square places, right? But you need to arrange in a such a way that whether it could be, this could be the initial state. From here, you can move into this kind of goal state, right? So here you can see this board. So this is the puzzle board, right? So here you can move only one square at a time, one number, one coin at a time, right. You can't move more than one at a time. If you are making a move of one number from up to down or maybe left to right, whatever it may be, right, so that will be called as a one movement. So based on that, so we are going to find out a solution or optimal solution through which, right, this from this state to this state, how this could be achieved according to the example, right. So in order to reach the goal state, so this is what the goal state which is given, right. The first time should be the blank, first box should be the blank, and followed by that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 initially. So this is what the initial state or start state which will be given to you, and from here we can make a multiple moves or sequence of moves to reach this goal state. Now when we are formulating the problem, right, so when you start searching the problem, right, you need to identify that what are all the things, what are the possibilities, which is possible. First thing is that, so this is a 9 boards, right, 9 square board which will be available. Out of that, when we combine, right, there are possible that 9 factorial configuration or combinations, right, you can try. And when we talk about the actions you can move, right, there are only 4 option is possible. Suppose if I feel that if this the middle box is empty or middle tile is empty, in that cases there are only 4 possibilities. The first thing is that I may move to here, I may bring this to here, or the second option is that I may move 5 here, or I can move 6 here, or I can move 3 here. So these are the only 4 possible options, right, I can try. When you talk about the performance measures, right, which is going to minimize the total moves out of that, so there are multiple solutions or multiple movements you can make out of that. At the end, so we are going to identify that what are the minimum possibilities moves through which we can reach the goal state, right. And when we talk about a sequence, right, which can be the number of the numbers are any ports which we moved from in the sequence. First I am at a move to 3 and then 1 6 3 1. So this is a state sequences, I could say that, right. Again, the theoretical explanation which I was explaining, but here I wanted to specifically mention about that this the tiles which can move in all directions, whether it can move up, right, and then move down left or right, in case if there is any blank, right. This is the movement is possible only in case if any blank present in that place, else the movement cannot be possible, right. Again, So very similar to that, when we talk about the goal state, again, as per the goal state which is given in the figure, we need to attain the goal state, right? Each step will cost 1 unit. Finally, at the end, after reaching the goal state, now we are going to sum up all the costs, which come across, and then we are going to find that what was the total cost or total steps which we took to reach the goal state. Now, this is again the quick example or quick algorithm, a pseudocode, I could say that, through which we will try to find out a solution for all types of common problems. The first one is that initially we are going to set the states, all the states which is going to be considered yes, and then I am setting my initial state which is si, which are epsilon to the all states, right? And then I am going to take some certain actions, right? Here, the set of action can be executed in the particular time period, that's no are applicable in this set. Might be that all the sets might be the intermediate set and other sets, right? Might be the initial state to the goal state. Again, when we talk about the transition model, or moving from one state to other state. So here we are going to apply some actions, right? That action will leads from moving from one state to other state. So I was talking about this is my initial state, and so this is my action which I applied. After that, I'll be moving to some other state. So here SR is the successor. Successor means from one position I move to the next position, right? After that, so here this process which is going to be repeated, right? Unless until I reach the goal state. So all these, whatever the movements which I am taking in intermediate or which no present in between my goal state and then initial state, all these states are which are called state spaces, which are represented S of I, right? And then I'm going to find out the path cost, right? The total cost, which took me to reach the goal state by adding all the intermediate path costs through I traversed. That could be that sum of distances or number of action executed, maybe it depends on the problem which we assume, right? And finally we'll reach a goal state. Every stage we are going to check whether it is a goal state or not, right? And once if we reach the final state, in case of checker mode it is a checkmate, right? And once if we reach the goal state, and we are going to check whether the S is a goal state. Once if the goal state is true based on the goal we decided or given by the some other users, right? If we reach that state automatically, so we assume that we reach the final state. Is it clear for all of you, the pseudocodes which I was explaining, algorithms? If you have any doubts, you can quickly write in a chat box. Next, we'll be discussing about solutions and the optimal solutions, right? When we talk about a solution, according to this problem which I took, a solution is a sequence of actions from the initial state to the goal state. Also, I discussed, right? And when we talk about the optimal solution, a solution is optimal if no solution has lower the path cost. As for the example, I'm going to consider only the distance or path cost, right? Suppose the optimal solution is something that no other solution which is less than the corresponding solution in terms of the path cost, right? So this is called an optimal solution. Right, again, how we can define or how we can formulate a search problem based on that certain properties, right? So first we need to decide a certain properties, right, which know how to represent initial state, goal state, and then possible intermediate states, and then the set of action, and then transition model, and then path cost. No, which really I was explaining with the pseudo codes, right? Based on that, no, we can find out the combination of the search spaces what we come across, and then so we'll find out the solutions, right? So we'll start moving into this actual problem solving. Now, what are the possibilities you can make it? What will be the first we can move? Can anyone just reply? Here, this is my initial state and this is my goal state. I'm going to make a moves, right? So here my first slot should be empty, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now what are the possibilities I can move here? For 5 I can move from here, and then 7 I can bring here, and then 2 can come here, and then again there are possibilities that 5 can move here. So based on that, what are the movements I'm going to make? Initially I'm going to do some analysis, right? Based on that, finally I'll decide that which node or which element, which tile I can move into the empty slot, right? Now these are the different initial locations, initial state I was talking about. The initial state which in the sequence 7, 2, 4, 5, and then it is blank 6, 8, 3, 1. From that, what are the action I could perform? I can perform left, right, up and down operations. And what is my goal state? Check if goal configuration reached based on the given diagrams, right? And then what is the path cost? Number of actions to reach the goal state. How many movements I made to reach the goal state? So here, these are the different example I could say that, and different uh, search states through I can reach the destinations. Right? I'll give it to exercise for you.